Hello, there's a little delay in my starting video. So hopefully this is recording. And so this week, as many of you have been doing, I've been working from home more. And I don't know about you, but part of the reason why I keep my day job in the school system is because I really thrive on structure and deadlines to help get myself moving forward. And so, working a few days a week there helps create a structure to my week and helps me to get things done on those days when I'm working from home. But being at home full time means that I lose a lot of the structure that I had. And I'm certain that many of you are in the same boat. So I wrote a blog post on my blog, so I'll share that in the comments after I'm done, specifically exploring how to create your own structure in the chaos that's happening right now. And a lot of it I wrote for myself as a good reminder, and I'm also working on putting some structures in place at my place as well. But I thought I'd share a couple of the highlights here with you, and you can explore further on the website. I also included a bunch of links to ongoing groups, courses, offerings that people that I know are sharing to help give you some ideas of rituals that you might introduce into your time when you're at home. And also, a lot of them are live opportunities to connect with other people. So you'll find that in the blog post as well. So, the first thing I really had to keep in mind, especially this week, is taking care of your body. Now, when we're home all the time, even if you're not a big mover, even if you're not a big exerciser, oftentimes we find ourselves moving a lot less because we don't even have to walk to the car, don't have to walk down the hall. All of our natural routines of movement are gone. And so we have to really make a conscious effort to include more movement in our day. And that's something big for me, especially because it can be easy for me to get sucked into just resting, and then I get tired, and then it's hard for me to get anything done. And so making time for regular movement, I really want to start doing some stretching into my morning routine because as I'm home more, sitting more, I start to get a lot more tense, and then that leads to brain fog and all of that fun stuff. So be sure to take care of your body, and also really consider um, trying to get some fresh air. I know some of you are probably stuck at home, but hopefully we have at least windows. And if you have the opportunity to go outside, that would be great too. Now, when it comes to the actual productivity part, really, first of all, don't worry. I mean, try to give yourself a break because all of us, this is all new to us, and this is something that there's a lot of other distractions going on, and so expecting full productivity is not really the goal here. But I do know that a lot of us have things we really do want to get done, and some of us have things we really do need to get done. And so the first thing I try to do at the beginning of my day is identify my big rocks. So, what are your top priorities that have to get done? And then create accountability. This is something that's really hard for me in my own work because I create accountability through public declarations or commitments, through other means of follow up so that I create my own deadlines. And so that works great for things like the podcast that I have a public commitment to get out once a week, and my Ignite Your Power workbooks that I have made a public commitment to get out once a month for the rest of this year as I redo them. And so those are great, but those are not really the most income generating things for me. For me, those are coaching and modifying this adult assessment that I've been developing. And those things are very important, but I don't have a clear deadline for that. So creating some accountability around that is something that I'm really working on. And in order to do that, I decided to create an accountability group within my Embracing Intensity community. And so it's just a part of the Embracing Intensity community, which is a pay what you can community. And it's a subgroup where I will be posting weekly to set our goals for the week and to check in at the end of the week. And then during the weekdays, every day I'll post a post to set your intention for the day. And then if you'd like, you can go follow up at the end of the day to see if you managed to get it done. I I created the group mostly for myself, but I'm also offering it to anyone who joins the Embracing Intensity community. So if that's something that you think would be useful, I'll also share a link in the comments as well. When I looked back at the goal that I set on Monday, I think I did a pretty good job of creating a realistic goal because I actually achieved everything that I said I was going to on Monday, and I felt like I had a really unproductive week until I saw that I actually met those big things. And so it felt pretty good to set a realistic goal and be able to achieve that. And also follow up on my daily goals as well. Um, so oh, yes. And then the next thing I had is to create separate spaces for your work and rest. Now, if you're in a really small space, sometimes you don't have a lot of room to have separate spaces. But what I find is like, at the end of the day, I have this comfy chair that I sit in, and sometimes it's really easy to get sucked in that rest spot. And so I'm trying really hard not to do work from that spot because then it's like this whole mindset thing. When I'm sitting in my resting spot, I can't really think clearly. Feel more tired. And so if I just shift to sitting at my dining table or desk, then I feel so much more productive. And so if you don't have a lot of space, even just changing your view, changing your what's in your line of vision, so clearing the space in front of me if I'm at the dining table, even if I can't get the whole table clean, if I clear a little space in front of me, it can be really helpful. So having those separate spaces really is more conducive to getting things done. And also part of that space is turning off social media, notifications, all of that stuff that might be distracting. So when you're creating your workspace, eliminating distractions both visually and things that might pop up in your on your computer, on your notifications, etc., is really helpful for me. And then another thing that I'm trying to work on right now is building new rituals and routines into your week. And so my kid and I have been trying to build in more time for creative expression. So we started doing Bob Ross videos, which has been really fun. And I decided to do live Zoom calls twice a week, one on Monday, one on Friday, to look at setting goals for the week and following up. And I started with doing it as a virtual co-working session, but I realized as we all met that we decided we wanted to just kind of touch base on our goals and then go do that independently without being on the film. So we're going to just check in for a half hour, talk about what we have planned for the week, talk about how we're doing on that. And they'll probably be Monday mornings, but this week I have work that day, so I'll be doing it Monday afternoon and then Friday afternoons. So take a look for that. I'll be posting those in my events, and also to follow up, we'll have that follow up in the Embracing Intensity Community Accountability Group, so you can join us there. And then finally, I already kind of said this at the very beginning, but be sure to give yourself grace. This situation is completely unexpected, unknown, unprecedented, and it's not anything any of us have ever been through before. So your ultimate goal should not be high productivity. All of these suggestions really are just to help support you in getting your own needs met, getting your own goals met. But be sure to set realistic goals and be sure to give yourself grace when you don't meet them, because nobody's been through this before and there's a lot going on. So don't expect too much of yourself and give yourself some grace. So Just to wrap it up, if you would like to join us in the Embracing Intensity community in the accountability group, you can just join us at embracingintensity.com and request to join the group. And there's a flexible payment option through Patreon, or you can just message me if that's still too much. And my big goal really is to just get participation and to support and to be there for each other as we go through and navigate this chaotic time. Have a good week. Bye bye.